What is up, folks? Brisbane Gaming. We are back with another exciting episode of 7 Days to Die Mods Week of the show. We help figure out what mods are good for you. And this week, as you guys can see here, we have a cool week ahead of us. We're going to cover really cool mods. But before we jump into anything, I want to say thank you, mod authors, and thank you, community members. You guys' support means the world to me. And mod authors, Alpha 21 is just around the corner. We have rumors that the streamer weekend should be popping up sometime soon, hopefully like the beginning of June. So man, you guys might be able to get in and start getting your mods ready. Hopefully before the end of June, we'll have it. But with that, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the mods. And the first mod, as you guys can see here, is the super cool Lamborghini Sian Roadster, and I think it's Sian. It could be Sian. By Papon/Tempest17, and it's a gorgeous car that they've brought into Alpha 20. And there's some good versions. We have a little red version here. We have a special. I think this is gold. Or Amarillo, so yellow, right? I think. And then we have a chromo, a orange one, and then a pink. And then we have some other ones down there. But we're going to go down there in style, baby. And this thing is fast. Like, they have bumped up the speed of that bad boy. We have a cool purple, blue, actually like a teal color, this gorgeous looking green one, and then this awesome black one. But still, this pink one here has got to be my favorite. It looks good. I love the flame coming out the back of it too. That was a good little attention to detail type thing. Come on, get around it. I don't have to pick up the car. I'm gonna have to pick up the car. That's okay. We pick up the car. We take it out of here. I have a little track. This is a bare world, and when I say bare world, I mean there's only a few POIs on here, and just to show you guys some cool stuff. But look at this car. It's pretty fast. It's faster than the 4x4s. It's faster than a lot of other vehicles. And I would love to see something like this in like Darkness Falls or something. I don't like that part of it, but I mean, it's just a neat little vehicle. It looks really good. And just having something like this being in the game. Because my thought is, like, in a survival situation, zombie-esque situation, people would steal cars like this. So I mean, why not, right? And go, and then we can hear the that's the horn for you. It's a simple little car mod that I thought was really cool. But with that, folks, we're gonna go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright, folks, so this next mod is the Sexy Zombie Pack by Papon/Tempest17. And this mod adds in 58 new zombies and, quote, it aims to make the game harder by playing with one hand, end quote. And it's just funny because it does add in 58 new zombies, like I said. And there's some very non-suitable for work versions. I've got the most suitable for work versions that I could find throughout the mod, and some of them are a little questionable. But even then, it's really cool to see some of the stuff that they've done. Like right here, ooh, too far low. We have Yennefer and Trish. Come on, look up, look up, look up, look up. There we go. See Trish, Yennefer. And then we have Quiet here. Come on, Quiet, look up. And then we have a little ScarJo as Black Widow. I think that was really well done. And again, these are the we have a 2B here. Like, these are the most suitable for work versions. There's a lot more that aren't. You'll find scattered throughout the world, and I think it's hilarious having these additional zombies and stuff is just really funny to me. But also, it makes the world populated in a different way. I don't necessarily like that they're all sexy and stuff like that. It would be better for me, honestly, if we just had a massive variety of additional zombies. Like if there were 58 just new zombies and stuff and they didn't all sound the exact same, I think it'd be a little bit better. But all in all, I mean, 58 zombies with the assets that they've used and actually making them look somewhat like the character. Like, come on, look up. See, that's a really well done. That, honestly, to me, is something I would like to see. I don't know that the Fun Pips could add a way to do it, but it would be really cool to see something like this in-game where you've got a little bit more notable-looking characters, like a Nick Cage-looking zombie, you know, that is a legendary zombie or something like that. I don't know, it would be impossible to do, I think, but I just like to see stuff like that. I think it'd be really cool. And having mods like this that introduce a wide variety of new zombies is always fun. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. All right, folks, as you guys can see, this next mod is the Stu's Zoo POI by OfficeCats5/Stu1771. And how fitting is it that we're covering a zoo and there's a mountain lion right there? I didn't spawn that in, by the way. That was just there when I came to the POI. And then one reason I like this mod or this POI is just the clever use of assets. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. But one thing that kind of popped out almost immediately when I saw the POI spawned in was the parking lot. It's a small thing, but it's one of those ones that just really caught my eye. And I was like, huh, that's interesting. And Lunabug was kind of the one that put word to thought. I couldn't figure out why the parking lot was like hitting my head the way that it was, so to speak, and it's because of how they did the spots. They didn't do them typical perpendicular, they did them slanted, which I don't know that I've seen really done this way on any other POI. And it just, for the longest time, I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, why the hell is this sparking something? And it's because it's different, it's how they did it. And it was just one of those things that I was like, oh, well, that's clever, not many places do that. And that was just one of the small little things. Like, they've got awesome looking smash stuff here to show where, you know, things either tried to break in. Yeah, it looks like something tried to break in. You have a whole bunch of damn devil birds there. But the snake here is just super cleverly well done. I don't know that I've seen something built like this before. That's just super clever, the way that they built this. I don't have a different word other than clever, because this is just really, it's genius, honestly, how they built it like that. It's really genius. And the way that they did the roof on this as the steps, like, that's really well done. Really clever design choices. The way that they've added everything in. The POI actually has a good size too, land-wise. There's nothing really down below or anything like that. There's a few spots where it looks like there could be something, but all it is just, you know, different parts of the POI that kind of poke through. And I'll show you what I mean. Like, if I come down here and we look, see, there's a little bit of stuff here, but really it's just, you know, other landmass. There's no like hidden underground bunkers or anything like that here. But all in all, coming through this, I've really kind of just enjoyed the layout and the clever use of assets more than I did the actual like challenge the POI represents. I mean, not to say that there's not anything here, because there's a lot of zombies and stuff. There's animals that would try to fight you and stuff. So there is challenge here, but it's not. This is not one of the most difficult POIs to play through. It's not like the airport or anything like that, where it was just, oh my god, zomtastic. It was more a sense of, wow, this is kind of clever they built it that way. Ooh, that's clever they built it that way type stuff, as opposed to like, oh my god, there's so many damn zombies here. This is so hard to clear through. I've had more fun just kind of marveling at the way that they built it than anything else. And honestly, really, if you look at some of the way that they built this stuff together, it does seem kind of zoo-ish, or at least some of the zoos that I've been to. Like, I know my old hometown zoo and the zoo where I live now are fairly similar-ish to how this is, with terms of like how they've got stuff laid out, and then, you know, office facilities and stuff like that. And I don't really know what this is supposed to be for. But again, the clever use of assets have really lent itself to creating an awesome looking POI. And this part right here is definitely my favorite. I like this the most. This has probably hands down the thing that really just reached out and grabbed me with this POI. It's just so well done, so clever. I really like this. I like the way that they did all this with this POI. Again, it's a super clever use of assets. They have a nice little cave system. There's so much here that was just a lot of thought really went into how they were going to build this, and you can tell by the way that it's all laid out super well. It's just, all in all, very clever use of assets, genius way that they've built this. It just really sparks something with me, and I thought you guys would enjoy it as much as I do. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the last mods. Alright folks, so these last sets of mods are some POIs that are crafted together for the Survive, Enter at Your Own Risk overhaul, or overhaul light. I'm not quite sure. The guys have been very tight-lipped about it. All I know is that I've been talking to the mod authors a little bit, and they've been saying a lot of good stuff about it, saying that it will be ready when Alpha 21 drops, and it's a lot harder than Darkness Falls from what they've said, so sounds interesting. But they gave me these POIs to show off a little bit, so that's what we're going to focus on today. And we have a nice little trader here that looks really good, actually. We can actually, hey, come on. Hey. We have a nice little ramp here. Comes down to the bottom area here. We can, you know, hang out and work on cars and do other stuff. And we can follow the ramp up. Or, you know, just fly and come up here. We have a cool little hangout area. Plenty of spots to just chillax. We have a little trader here. This needs to be rethought out. That's one thing I'll mention, because right now, as it stands, if I go out of God mode, you can't interact with the trader. You have to go into God mode and then come through a little bit. He's too far away to be interacted with, which, you know, that's one thing they'll have to fix. But all in all, these POIs are kind of interesting. I wish there was a way in game to have beds like this that you could heal on. So, you know, you come to a trader like this, you come upstairs, and it's like, oh, thank God, you know, you just sit here and heal up. Now, there are mods that do that. I don't know if that's something they're going to look into. Maybe they might. I don't know. But I do like the helipad here is lit up really well. I don't like that there's lamps or lanterns right here inside where you would typically land with a gyrocopter and stuff. That might be something they want to look at adjusting. Maybe put spotlights or something up, or some other way to light it a little bit better, so you can, you know, bring a gyrocopter in from either side and then bloop, and then run through and do your thing. But then we also have a little gas station here, and it's just a, you know, it's a small little gas station. But as far as a base and stuff, I think it would work really well because it's got bulletproof walls or bulletproof windows and stuff. It's got nice open room here, so you can have all kinds of crafting and things like that. You can reinforce, seal off areas as needed. You have a nice heavily defended area here. Plenty of storage for even just like all the vanilla stuff. You have the nice little vehicle bay here. Replace that with a normal door you can get in and out of easily. And you've got a pretty workable base. I really like it just for that. That's typically how I would do stuff anyway, is I would have a POI be my home where, you know, I live and stuff like that, and then have a horde base where I fight the horde, because I don't like normally building in just a normal house. I'd rather have a building like this that I just, you know, reinforce and upgrade and stuff as necessary. And it just makes it a little bit easier because right here you've got everything that you need for a base. You could easily block this off with a gate as well, put vehicle storage here. You have a spot over here to work on vehicles as required. You have a workbench. I mean, we have all kinds of open room here for stuff. We have this little defensive, you know, encased room with storage and things like that as well. All in all, this POI really does lend itself well to being a really good base. Or you could even turn it into a horde base, honestly. It's not hard to seal this off a little bit more and make this a kill corridor where zombies have to come through here and then come through here and then come through here, all while being just absolutely shredded by traps and things like that. So depending upon how you wanted to do it, you easily have a base there. And this is another really simple, interesting little POI that all in all is kind of weird how it spawned in. I don't know why it spawned in like this, but all in all, it does offer a whole lot of accessibility for things. You've got easy places to do stuff with in terms of like building and living, stuff like that. I don't really know why they have, I don't think this is complete because it doesn't really have a way to get upstairs, as you guys saw, to here. But yet it kind of acts like it's supposed to. But it does look really nice. I like the clever combination of bring the stairs up like that and then have this come up. But how does it flow? Oh no, it flows well. Just fine. Kind of seemed like it wouldn't for a second. But again, this flows pretty well. It looks really good as well. And if there were a way to be able to have these beds heal you and stuff, that would be just the tits, honestly. And this also would make a great live-in base, because you could put turrets and things up here, easily have a way to fight wandering hordes and stuff as they come in. I love little, I don't want to call this a castle, more of a fort than anything. I love stuff like that. Like, I almost always look for POIs that have walls like this I can take up and just live in. And then we have a nice little, they call it a crack-a-book, but really I want to call this a library. That's honestly what it looks like. We have all these bookshelves and stuff here, bookshelves there, and of course those are just painted stuff. That's not actual bookshelves, but we have these nice little bookshelves here, little study areas, more bookshelves there, some painted stuff there. And we come down here, we come in here, just a crap ton of bookshelves and painted stuff. Bookshelves, 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 bookshelves. So that's why I'm calling this more of a library. Like, you come down here, you find your book, and then you come up here and you study it. Stuff like that. I think this would go really well if there was like a university POI. That's what I would do. I'd have that on there. I think that would go really well with it. And this is just a repeat of the previous Trader POI. It's a small collection of POIs. It's really, really small collection. We only have 4 unique ones, but it is a good idea to be able to see the stuff that they plan on making their own. Because as far as I'm aware, the Survive Enter at Your Own Risk team made these themselves. I don't think these are part of any larger existing mods or anything like that. I think they actually built these on their own, and I'm pretty sure Unforgiven built this or this. I don't remember which one of these, but I know one of these is one that Unforgiven had worked on, and then I think the Trader thing is part of the A team, which I think is like a Actinium Tiger and a few others. I'm not exactly sure who all's part of it, but I really do like the Trader and this gas station, and the fort to a slightly third degree in terms of like bases and stuff. Just the accessibility, the features that they offer are going to be really interesting to see in Alpha 21 and how everything goes. And I'm really looking forward to the mod itself. I think it's going to be one of those nice overhauls, if they can do everything right, that's just really going to help keep people engaged, because it's going to be just the right amount of fun. But with that, folks, we are done for the week. If you liked the episode, make sure you like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Thanks for sticking around. Have fun, take it easy, and we will see you next time.